This is the example video for the scale data that I mentioned to you. You can see the data is not accumulating because I didn't turn it on. Now it's accumulating at someplace around 3:30 on Friday afternoon. It's showing the information for the primary. You can see the color coding here, the primary, and there's the shoulder stone, and there's the surge, and you can see that it's a calibration issue with the surge because you can't have more going into the surge than what comes in from the primary, but that's something that I'm sure they're aware of. You can see I'm showing the instantaneous rate for each of the individual products and the cumulative total for the day. The individual products are shown. Click on them. This is the screenings product. It shows down here. I'll turn the primary off, and I'll change the spacing vertical scale to give a little bit more emphasis to the individual products. Here's the 1/4 inch, 3/8, 5/8, 1/4, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2. You can see you can zoom in on them vertically, and if you choose, you can zoom in on them down to the hour if you want to. I think I'll pick a 2 o'clock time period, a couple of hours. You can see how that shows up more detail. Going back out to the increased scale, I can put the primary back on and go back out to earlier in the day to see what things look like at the beginning of the day. You can see the activity, the variation from 7:30 to 3:30. There's some time missing because I was working on the program, so it's not all absolute or anything as far as the tonnage today. Normally it would be running continuously and collecting the data as you go. The other information options that you can choose, the horizontal spacing can be varied. The program varies it depending on how many data points there are automatically, but you can manually do that. And the scan rate and the trending. These are trends, actually, not the instantaneous 1 second reading, but accumulation of multiple readings. In this case, it's 8 readings. It's actually not 1 second. It's a 1 increment scan, so it's probably maybe no more than 2 seconds, but it's not exactly 1 second. As long as I'm down here, I'll show you the option exists to print or email, save or close. The data can be correlated, as we were looking at before. The surge in and the surge out can be compared. The secondary crusher compared to the plant in feed. Get an idea on how that comparison exists. A bit of a comparison on the surge in and the screen plant feed. These should be pretty much the same, so we've got an indication of a calibration issue. I would guess it to be C6 because of the installation on the vertical curve. You can see that the combination of the products here is indicated with including individual percentages of yield, as well as the individual current rate that's turned off right now, so it's not showing the current rate. Then the cumulative tons. The cumulative of these compared to the screen plant and feed shows 104% variance, 4% variance, which some of it is probably in the surge bins, or has come from the surge bins, one or the other. So that would be more relevant over a longer period of time, but would also give an indication of calibration issues. The detail can be expanded to show each individual scale results for the day. 10 per hour scheduled based on the number of minutes scheduled per hour throughout the course of the day. 10 per hour operated is actually a measure of this is incorporated in the scale that shows records the time when there is no material on a belt. Scheduled minutes and production minutes. Different than downtime or uptime, because the plant could be running, that could be mechanically okay, but there could be no rock, so the no production minutes are accumulated, and the percentage of producing minutes are shown. Again, this is not to be taken literally, because I was up and down on this, but during the course of normal operation where it was running continually, it would be a good comparison. And you can see the plant does really well, and it has done really well for the last year or so. Particularly impressive crew at Haverstraw in the plant. The pit has got some need of improvement, but if you look here and see, the actions have been taken, and you can see that the downtime for lunch break is reduced. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. I think there was a plug up here, according to Kelly, and I'm not sure what happened here, if this was another plug up or a lunch break or coffee break or whatever. But in any event, you can see cumulative tons for the day, the individual percentages of utilization of time. The percentages all mean something, if nothing else, useful for correlating the not correlating, but comparing for calibration purposes. That's it. This information obviously is the same information that accumulates the individual percentages in individual modes. One of the suggestions has been that the mode be selected and used as a target. Another option is that these current setup can be clicked and a mode defined based on actual real-time updatable information. So you would then use that to project future potential production, and that's where the reality of the optimization, scheduling, and balancing of production, sales, and inventory becomes extremely valid and very influential in planning and profitability. So I'll have more information on that and the optimization for you next week.